Kieran, thanks for joining us. Got to start with Morecambe really, and a lot of change at the club this week. What do you expect from them at the weekend?
Yeah, it's obviously been an interesting week for them with manager going and new manager coming in. So look, it makes probably an already what was going to be a challenging game, a difficult trip for a lot of different reasons. It probably makes it a little bit more of a challenge again with obviously Derek going back in and knowing the players well and having had a good previous success there. So yeah, the only thing we can do is focus on ourselves. We've recovered well from the game the other night, tried to get some energy back into the group, and had our first look at Morecambe today with a group, and we know what they're about as a team. So yeah, it will be a good challenge game that we're looking forward to the long trip as well, and we hope to go out there, put on a good performance and hopefully get the points.
You say that the focus is on us, but when this happens at the club, is it factored in, that potential new manager lift? How does that change things, Kieran?
Yeah, we had that obviously a couple of weeks ago at Gillingham, so it's just one of those things over the course of a season. You can get it a couple of times. Teams probably had it against us about 2 months ago, so I think it's normal in football. You're going to face it, and at the end of the day there's 11 players in each team, and both trying to win the game, and the players on the pitch will decide the game at the end, not me or whoever's in the opposite dugout in any given week. So the players won't focus too much on that. For the staff, it makes it a little bit more difficult to plan at times, because you don't know is there going to be system changes or personnel changes. So I think this week more than ever is important that we focus on ourselves on Saturday. Go there with a right mindset, right attitude, expecting a difficult game, knowing that we're going to have to give every single bit of ourselves to the performance to try and get the win.
Two sides really fighting for the points as well for different reasons, but does that make it a potentially good spectacle? Yeah,
both sets of players are going to be desperate for the 3 points, as you say, for different reasons. Morecambe are in that precarious position where every point is going to be important for us, and we want and we need 3 points. So I expect there to be no quarter given. Both sets of players are going to go at the game with everything they got, I would have thought, and it's going to be a game we're looking forward to, but a big challenge.
A long trip as well, and is it another one of those grounds, Kieran, where the crowd can get on you and they'll make the pressure high? How do you expect the players to deal with that?
Yeah, I don't know the ground very well, obviously, apart from what I've seen on video, and I don't think the pitch is going to be perfect as you would expect at this stage of the season, with coming out of a British winter, and it's been a windy week and it gives high winds, so we're under no illusions about it. It's going to be a day for men, a day where we're going to have to stand up, be tough first, work hard first, win the duels first. If we can impose some good football on the opposition, then great, but that's a bonus in this game. The priority is that we go there, we're mentally tough, we're physically tough, we go and impose ourselves physically on the game, and we try and make it as much of a football game in our style as we can.
Such a solid defensive record recently, Kieran. If we reach the 14th minute, it will set a new club record. Do the players take pride in that sort of thing? I know that there's a focus on going forward as well.
Yeah, the players are proud of the record, to be fair, as they should be, and I think from Christian and Vaz, obviously, who've played in goal for us lately, but they would, and the defenders would speak about the work the forwards have put in.
Yeah.
The defending starts from the front, and our attacking starts from the back. So it's a team effort, both sides of the game. If we get a clean sheet, that's credit to the whole team, and if we score a goal again, it's credit to the whole team. So I think the players are proud of the record. It's not our first thought going into Saturday. Our first thought is how we score more goals than them. But obviously, if we keep clean sheet, it means we only need one. So it's a good base to start from. But the priority is getting the 3 points, and if we happen to keep the clean sheet record going, then that's great as well.
It's been said that part of the reason why that defensive record is so good is the consistency, and while we've got different options going forward, are you looking for that consistency going forward now?
I think the consistency across the back has definitely helped. I think performances lead to that. I think the players in those positions have done so well. Really, they're putting their own names on the back of the shirt at the moment. It doesn't mean we don't have good options, because we do. I've said before about Cameron Burgess, for example, of one defender who's experienced and quality player in this division, and has had a fairly strong first half of the season as well, and has been training really well and contributing to the group in different ways, contributing in every meeting, contributing in training. So I think the clean sheet record belongs to him as well, because he's part of that defensive unit. He's in every unit meeting that we have with the defenders. He's contributing his opinion and passing on his experiences. So, the consistency of selection has helped us probably in that position, but it's the consistency of mindset that is probably more important. And as you said, going forward, we have different options. As I said, we look at it game by game, who's the right profile for what we think we want to do in the game and how we want to hurt the opposition. But on the other hand, it's also the same rules for the forwards. Is they all individually want to contribute as well as they can. They want to make and score goals and make it more difficult for me to change in their position. That's natural, and that's football. So look, we have a whole group that's fighting for places. Everybody wants to play every game, but at the moment everyone's supporting the group, knowing that which 11 go on the pitch are representing really the whole group and the whole club, and getting behind everyone who's on the pitch.
Yeah, and we're away from Portman Road this weekend, but I just wondered if you've enjoyed seeing the home games. We've had 6 games in a row now with 20,000 plus, and are you enjoying seeing the club develop off the field as well? Yeah,
fantastic. Just big credit to everyone really. The supporters for turning out in those numbers in the current climate and through the winter, and turning up and showing fantastic support home and away. But the Portman Road crowd has been brilliant. I thought the fans were fantastic the other night. I have to say it was obviously a good performance. I thought in the first half the fans really got behind us, but even in the second half when it wasn't going our way, we dropped a little bit, and probably different reasons behind that. But I thought the fans stayed with the boys and pushed them right to the end, and just unfortunately weren't able to get the goal that again they would have deserved. So credit to the fans, credit to the club as well for the work, what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of good work going on at Portman Road as well as at the training ground to build the profile of the club, and to make the vision of the club clear and get everyone in the community pulling in the direction that the club wants to go on. So we feel at the moment that players, supporters, owners, directors, club, everybody involved at the training ground, everyone involved at Portman Road, they're all pulling in the same direction, trying to get behind the team and support the club, and we hope we can keep that going forward and keep that positive momentum.
Yeah, finally, you just mentioned on Tuesday a sense of frustration in the dressing room, but it's a new game on Saturday. How have the lads switched their attention to this weekend?
Yeah, you have to move on pretty quick. See, the morning after the game, still the players are still thinking about what could have been. Obviously, it would have been a good game to win, but sometimes a draw feels like a loss, but it's not a loss, it's a draw, and it's better than a loss. And it can happen in football to any team in the world. You can have games where you perform well, you create more chances than the opposition, but you don't manage to score your chances and you draw the game. Like we said, you make sure in those games you don't lose, and we didn't lose. The players have moved on at this stage. We've had a good training there today. Everyone's looking forward to the next challenge now, which we know is going to be a difficult one on Saturday.